Hello everyone, my name is Prince, also known as Prince the Builder, and in this first YouTube video of mine I want to share a very unique and special way of priming your figures using Elmer's glue. Now, the particular feature of Elmer's glue in priming figures is that it works more successful at plastic and foam, simply because the bond between these two types of materials is stronger than working with metal or aluminum. Now, I just want to simply, very briefly introduce you to and run you through the different type of purposes and things that Elmer's glue can do when priming figures. And I also want to show you the things that it cannot do with several sizes and materials of figures and models. First of all, I want to introduce to you Mr. 72nd scale guy here. It's my favorite scale to work with, simply because of the scale's details. They tend to be highly detailed, and also depending on the company you got them. This is a figure here that has many details, very accurate, and it is a perfect subject to work with using Elmer's glue, simply because the details in the body of the figure will allow the glue to sink in every crack, every ridge and pattern, and give it a good coating, so that when you do apply the colors, it will give you a nice sealed colors to your figures and give it a nice rich color to it as well. Now, working with larger models such as this one, 72nd scale castle tower, unlike this 72nd scale figure, the patterns on this tower are larger than the figure itself. Therefore, Elmer's glue will be less successful at this. What you want to do with these pieces, like also with a horse or a vehicle that contains many flat areas, and the horse that has smooth and larger, less detailed areas, you want to spray paint. Spray paint with black or white, whichever color you desire to prime with, simply because the spray paint will attach to most surfaces, including metal, which is something that Elmer's glue cannot do. So just keep these larger items and products or figures, models, spray paint it before you apply the color. The reason why Elmer's glue does not work good with these larger pieces is because due to the air and the dryness of the glue, it will crack and it will spread. And most of the surface, since it's flat, the glue will run and it will spread and it will separate. And you don't want that, because once you apply the color to it, it would just basically seem like if you didn't prime it at all. And the colors would just peel off like nothing. And it would just ruin the purpose of your goal. So keep the glue, Elmer's glue, on plastic. It is more successful in my experiment throughout the years that Elmer's glue works better on plastic and foam. One thing about foam that I want to point out is they tend to come in flat surfaces. So what you want to do is you want to take a piece or a sheet of sandpaper and just file it down one time very gently. And what this does is it gives the foam a little coarser texture that allows your Elmer's glue to sink on it because of the little ridges that it has. Like I said, the more details, the more ridges, the better. And just briefly wanted to show you the steps to painting, glazing Elmer's glue with Elmer's glue. And I have a tweezer here. You could take a little tweezer and wrap it around with a piece of copper wire or one of those things that you use to tie the garbage bags, and just graduate it. Hold it by the base, figure base, tighten it down. You open your Elmer's glue, and with a brush, you just dip the brush in the Elmer's glue, and you just start glazing the figure up and down, up and down. Keep it gentle. Don't do it too hard because it will just mess up and cover the details. You want to like Make sure it goes through every detail, through everything. My suggestion would be start with a specific body part and work your way down or work your way up. Don't start with the arms and then go to the other arm and then go to the head, because you might get confused and you might glaze it again. And by not adding another coating of glue, it just might peel the first one. So you might want to start from the head down, from the head, then the arms, then the torso, then the legs. And after your figure is coated, you could paint it and give it your colors. And this is the successful results of the nice protected coating that Elmer's glue gives. This is the exact same figure. I added the weapons. Another thing, this is very, very good looking figure, by the way. Another thing I want to mention, you want to make sure that you attach any accessory or excess parts that the figure has before glazing it, because if you do them individually, it will be hard for you and it will just be a pain in the neck. So if it has weapons or different body parts, attach them all first, like I did with this one, glaze it, and then give it your final colors, and you will have a successful piece. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe, and I will be coming up with more videos, more tutorial videos on working with miniatures and building. Bye bye.